Hello, today I am in the city of Timisoara, which is in the western part of Romania, and I'm opposite this monument you can see here, and also this Orthodox cathedral. This is a significant place because this is where the uprising of the revolution in Romania started in 1989, and that monument over there is commemorating the martyrs of the uprising. I have some notes that I took from information online here on this pad, and I'm going to be reading from here about what happened here, so then you can get a little bit of a sense of the significance of this town for the whole of Romania. And Timisoara was the first city where "Down with Ceausescu" slogan was heard on December 16th, and the first place where massive protests were staged, representing the sparkle that practically triggered the entire Romanian Revolution in 1989. All started with the communist authorities' attempt to transfer the Hungarian Reformed Bishop Laszlo Tóth from his post and to evict him from his church flat. On 15th of December, a human chain was formed around the block where Tóth was living. The pastor thanked the crowd for support but advised them to leave. And yet several hundred stayed in support but stayed in groups close to the flat. Demonstrations continued the next 2 days. On Sunday, 17th of December, the army fired into the crowd and tens of people were reportedly dead. On 18th of December, tens of thousands of industrial workers in Timisoara peacefully took up the protest. By the 20th of December, the city was effectively in insurrection. The news of the protest and the violent government crackdown spread quickly across Romania and triggered many more protests, and so what it is called the Romanian Revolution has broken out, overthrowing dictator Nicolae Ceausescu and the communist ruling. Historian Constantin Cornoneu, a scientific director with the Institute of the Romanian Revolution, says that the whole Europe was waiting for a change of regime in Romania. He, quote, "Europe was waiting for a regime change, and the revolution came as an answer to what the then French President François Mitterrand said in the European Parliament on November 23, 1989. He said, 'We are waiting for the voice of the Romanian people.' All other peoples took to the streets in Prague, Warsaw, Eastern Berlin, Budapest, Sofia. Romanians were the only ones who had not reacted, so all eyes were on Romania and on Bucharest. We reacted eventually," he quotes, "but the price was huge. The dead and wounded of the Romanian Revolution, the people in Timisoara who were arrested and tortured, the people who died, the ones who were cremated at the Senusa crematory and who were not spies but mere Timisoara locals, men, women and children, that was the price." Altogether, some 1,140 people were killed and over 3,000 injured during the revolution. The year 1989 marked the end of communist regimes in Central and Eastern Europe, with Romania being the only European country where the switch from totalitarianism to democracy was made through violence and bloodshed, and where the head of the communist regime was executed. On December 22, 1989, as angry crowds gathered in front of the Communist Party headquarters, the Ceausescus fled the capital, Bucharest, in a helicopter. It was to be their final journey. They were stopped by the army, detained in Târgoviște and shot after a makeshift trial. It brought a grisly end, more than 20 years of repressive rule aided by a huge security apparatus where any free speech was ruthlessly suppressed. The population suffered from food and power shortages. On top of that, Ceausescu's rule was marked by nepotism, paranoia and a deeply ingrained personality cult. Wife Elena was seen as the regime's number 2. President Iohannis said in an event celebrated here the past December 2019, to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the revolution, he said, 3 decades ago, the people from Timisoara, led by noble feelings of solidarity and courage, lit the spark of the revolution. After a long period of time, almost 45 years under totalitarian regime, our nation started to break free. The weak flames of the candles lit by the locals in the Maria Square in protesting against an abuse of the repressive authorities planted the seed of revolt. In the next hours and days, a lot of blood was shed on the streets of Timisoara. in the name of freedom and democracy, the blood of our fellow citizens. For the first time, people started to say it aloud what their conscience dictated them to say, believing that the bullets cannot kill their ideals or break their dreams.